Hi. I believe in Native American spirituality, the vision quest, relating to nature, sacred intelligence in the universe that has meaning and interacts symbolically with us through interactions with nature, with animals, through symbolic and visionary experience. This is reflected in synchronicity, meaningful experience of coincidence, where the outside world seems to be coincidentally hinting at personal meaning to you, showing that the inside world and the outside world are connected within. When I was young, I believe it was the late 80s, I went to a shaman circle run by a woman who sold tickets for people to come to a shaman drum circle, where she initiated a vision. My girlfriend at the time, Nilda Ochoa, bought me the tickets to go. So I went. We went together. And as usual in a circle like that, she started beating the shaman drum and told us to, in our imagination, see a tree and either go up the tree into the branches and up into the sky in our imagination, or down the roots and into the ground in our imagination. And the purpose was to find our animal totem. So she started beating the drum, and I imagined the tree, and I have very good visual imagination when it comes to things like this. I always have. Always related to dreams and stories and visions and art and symbolism. And I like to make up stories. So my mind is very good at making up these visions and exquisite detail. After the shaman drum is done beating, and go around the circle and ask everybody for their vision, and you tell it to the crowd. Other people will see an eagle, or they'll see a rainbow, or something like that. But I have a whole story to tell, because that's how my mind works. I see a whole story. Well, she started beating the shaman drum, and I decided for once I'm a very sky-oriented creature. I gaze at clouds, I gaze at the stars and planets, and I enjoy meteor showers and the stars in the Milky Way and the beauty of the clockwork of the universe. And I just love the sky. I love watching the sky. And but this time I decided to take a different route. I decided, instead of going up the tree into the branches and into the sky this time, I would go down into the roots and into the ground to find my spirit animal. Why I decided to do that, usually I'm sky oriented, but I decided to take a different track and see where it would lead. So I see the tree in my imagination. I go down into the roots, and suddenly I'm down into the bedrock in my imagination. I'm going deeper and deeper into the earth. And I'm thinking, what kind of totem animal can I find deep in the earth? An earthworm? What am I going to find down into the earth? So I kept going. Down, 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 down. Just blackness, bedrock. And then suddenly I found myself in an underground cave or grotto. There was no entrance to it. It was just a sort of a pocket in the ground. And I'm sitting there on these rocks deep in the earth. And I'm thinking, what kind of totem animal is going to show up here? A salamander? What am I going to see? A lizard maybe? I don't know. A microbe? What could exist deep in the earth? So I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, what good this is going to do. And the shaman drum kept beating. Boom, 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 boom. Because that's what the shaman does. Just a steady beat on the drum. Boom, 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 boom. Well, the sound of the drum inspired me to feel that the grotto was being pounded on the side opposite me. That was some kind of force being enacted on the grotto. Boom, boom, boom. And suddenly the wall broke in and the sea rushed in and swept me out to sea like flushed me right out of the little pocket there, out to sea. And what should appear but a dolphin? A dolphin came swimming up, and I saw the ripples of the sunlight on the dolphin's back on the seafloor, because as you get deeper and deeper into these visions, they become more distinct, more real. In fact, at a certain point, your unconscious mind takes over and these surprises happen. It's almost like the vision is one step ahead of your own thoughts. And these deeper thoughts from your infinity of your consciousness come leaking up. And they're very surprising. I did not expect to see a dolphin. Well, the dolphin and I were swimming around, you know, and I said, hey, you're my totem animal. That's great. And the dolphin telepathically spoke to me and said, yes, it is great. We're really worried about the planet. We're worried about the oceans being poisoned. And we're worried about human activity on the world, destroying all life and destroying itself. And we're really glad that you humans are beginning to use your mind powers to reach out. They're very hopeful because the dolphin was hoping for an evolution in humankind toward reverence for life. And, you know, we swam around for a while, and he thanked me, and I thanked him, and then the shaman drum started double timing, beating double time. And that means return from your vision. And so suddenly I bid goodbye to my dolphin totem pal and opened my eyes down the room we were sitting in. And they went around and I told my long story. And the woman, who was the shaman, beating the drum, said, you know, that's strange because I take people to swim with the dolphins every year in Florida. I am very close to dolphins myself. And I'm not, you know, and it's a neat coincidence that you happen to envision a dolphin. Well, this dolphin has come back to me a few times over the years in my visions. I've learned that I don't know if my totem animal will be bothered by me telling you his name is Squeaks, and he is my pal, and I'm his pal. And I believe it. I certainly believe it. I was trying to explain this to a young man one time who was very skeptical. And I was trying to explain synchronicity to him. So I told him this story. He was not impressed, as, you know, mechanically minded, existential, rationalists, pragmatic, serious types that believe in science only and all this. As I was telling him about this dolphin story, I looked behind him on his TV set. There was a dolphin infomercial, a half-an-hour show about swimming with the dolphins, and a commercial about signing up to go swim with the dolphins. And I said to him, synchronicity is active right now. It's happening right now. And he turned around and looked at this dolphin smiling at him from his TV set and said, well, that doesn't mean anything, just a coincidence. So, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't kick him in the ass and make him swim. So I just said, okay, well, you're hopeless. That's it. If that can't convince you, nothing will. And I stand by it to this day. I've had many other shaman visions, too, that I'll share with you in further videos. But I want to share this one with you and wish you many blessings from Spirit Dancer Tarot and your pal and mine, Dude Jam Mandala, otherwise known as James Mandolare. Thanks a lot now. Many blessings, many visions. Let us not go extinct. Thank you.